lovelies, I hope you're all doing amazing. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Anna. I've been a certified nail tech for 2 years and I live and work in Sweden. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I did my nails using the Gel X system. This is quite new to me, but it's an absolute lifesaver. It's very nice for my hands to get a little bit of rest from all of the filing. This is just super perfect if you don't have the time or perhaps the health to do regular nails by building them up. So I am just etching the inside of this nail where the nail bed is supposed to be, making sure to get all of that shine off, and then I will flip the tip over and I will also file the edges a little bit just to make it a little bit thinner, so then when I come to finish file I don't have to do a lot of work. It's quite simple. I'm just thinning that out to make the line less visible, so when the nail grows out it won't look like there's an edge there. My nails are already prepped and ready to go. Please excuse my little wound. I had hangnail and I just couldn't stop messing with it, so apologies for that. But I have prepped all of the nails. There's a little bit of gel still on them, that's why they look so patchy. So I'm just coming in with a bonder and I'm doing 2 coats. It's also a dehydrator, and then I am using their primer as well. This is acid free, and I'm again putting 2 coats. You're supposed to do 1, but I do 2 because why not? I need to make sure that everything has proper adhesion. So that is what I'm doing. I'm gonna let it dry, but the surface will look a little bit sticky and a little bit shiny, and that is because that's how acid-free primer works. And then I am going to just again let that dry. Then it's time for the base layer, and I'm using their Extend gel. This is again a little bit unusual for me. I usually like to do my base gel with a brush and just rub it into the nail plate to make sure that it absolutely has perfect adhesion. But I have tried just doing it like this because this is what they say that you're supposed to do, and it has actually worked really well, and it sticks really well to the nail plate and it has proper adhesion, and I'm actually really surprised that I didn't have to rub it into the nail plate or anything like that. So I am just putting this on thinly on all of the nails, and then I am curing that. Then I'm going to use the bonder on the inside of all of the tips. You could actually chemically etch these as well with a bonder, but I wanted to go in with a file just to make sure that everything is proper. That is just what I decided to do, but apparently you can't just etch this with the bonder and it will kind of melt the gel a little bit, because these tips are made with soft gel. They are not made of ABS plastic, which is absolutely perfect. So once I've done that, I'm again coming in with the same Extend gel, and I'm going to put the thin layer on where the nail plate is or is going to be, making sure there aren't any bubbles. And then I'm just going to scoop off the rest that I have on the brush and make a little bit of a blob there in the middle. You don't need much. I was actually really surprised. You need a very tiny amount, and these are the sculpted ones, so they do have more of an apex, but you really don't need a lot, which is great. Then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to start my light. I have put my light on the very edge of the table. You won't see this in the video, but I have propped it up so I can just put both of my hands underneath my lamp to flash cure. So once I have pressed that down and made sure that there aren't any bubbles and everything looks good, I will just put it under the lamp for about 10 seconds just to make sure that it's in place. And then I'm going to repeat that on all of the nails. So again, just putting a thin layer on all of the underneath where I've etched it, where the nail bed is going to be. And on this nail I will put way too much gel on. You don't need that much. You will see later that it will just spill out over the edge. But again, I am just tilting it down, making sure that my lamp is on, and then I'm just doing that wonderful thing that Gel-X does. It's just so satisfying to do. And I will continue this process on all of the nails. Once I've done it on all of the nails, I go in for a full cure. And here you can see on some of the fingers where I put too much gel, so it kind of spills over the edge. But that's fine, we will top coat the underneath, so everything will be fine. Then I'm coming in with my 180 grit sanding band and just going around those edges, making sure that it's super thin, so when it grows out there won't be any edge, so everything looks super smooth. Then I'm going to just shape it a little bit with my hand file, again 180 grit, just to make sure that the shape is absolutely perfect, and then I'm going to buff over all of the nails. Then I'm painting them with one coat of this beautiful nude color from Magpie, and I only do one coat because I want it to be slightly sheer so that you can kind of see through the edge of the tip, and I'm really happy with that choice. So I'm just putting this on all of the nails, and this is why I buff the surface, because gel polish won't stick to a shiny surface, so it's very important that you buff the tips so that they are have like some scratches where the gel polish can adhere to. You can also put a bonder on there if you want to. I didn't do that, but it's fine anyway. Then I'm coming in with some matte gel polish because we're gonna do some foil and I want everything to be matte and not sticky. So I'm putting this on, curing, and then I'm going to wipe off the tacky layer to make sure that nothing is sticky. I'm then using foil gel just on the edges of the tips, making some kind of line, not round, not square, just something in between. You can't really see well in the video, but you will see the idea that I had. So I will do this on all of the nails, and then I will fully cure them, and then I will give them a few seconds to cool down, because in my opinion foil gel gets a little bit more sticky if you leave it for a couple of seconds to cool down, and the foil would adhere perfectly. Then I'm using this transfer foil that has a lot of gradients in it, because I didn't want the nails to look all the same, even though the design is the same on all of the nails. So I'm just coming in, pressing that onto that foil gel, and then I will rip it off and the foil will stick to the nail. Make sure you always have the colored side outwards and the silver side towards the nail, because the design you see, as you can see, it transfers from the underneath and not from the top. So I'm just rubbing that in, removing it. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit splotchy. I'm fine with that. I made it part of the design. And here you can see that I'm using some different parts of the foil to make that gradient. Then I'm using my favorite gel paint from Magpie, and I am also using their detailer brush, and I'm just making some stripes, making it kind of look a little bit like an abstract sun. I didn't know what I was going for, I just knew that I wanted to make something special, because I'm gonna try out some short nails for a while, and I wanted them to look kind of artsy. I don't know, I liked it. So I am just doing some lines, and yeah, just seeing what happens. When you do nail art where you put a lot of work or a lot of time into your nail art, you can go in and flash cure or fully cure in between each nail, and that is what I did just for a few seconds, so I didn't accidentally hit it in the lamp or with my fingers or anything. So I'm just repeating this on all of the nails. Because I put both foil and gel paint on these nails, the surface will be a little bit bumpy, so I am coming in with a protective layer of matte top coat, and then I'm just going to, that is just gonna work as kind of a protective layer and also make it a little bit smoother, and I want to make sure that the foil doesn't chip away from the edges. So once I've put that on and cured that and wiped off the tacky layer, I will buff the very edge of the nail just to make sure that the next layer of top coat, which will be the shiny top coat, that it will like cover the edges and seal everything in so that the foil won't chip. So that is just what I'm doing. I also put a little bit of bonder on top of the matte top coat, and that is why the nails will look shiny here, but it's not shiny on shiny, it's shiny on matte. But yeah, I did put some bonder on there just for safety, and then I am just top coating. And that is that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for being patient with me while I was on my vacation and holidays. I haven't posted in about a month, so thank you for sticking to it and being patient with me. I really appreciate you guys' support. If you like this video, please go ahead and click the like button, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to recreate this design or any of my other designs that I made on this channel, please tag me on Instagram at wildnails so I can see your beautiful work. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!